Joining us now, NewsNation political contributor A. Scott Bolden. He's also a former D.C. Democratic Party chairman and attorney. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You know, the party leadership is always looking for new, fresh faces. Might they have found one?
I think they found them before this tragedy. Wes Moore is everything you want in a leader, including having a stellar resume and having the humility and the ability to connect with voters and everyday individuals. And you don't have that combination mix in many professional politicians. Hence, he's not a professional politician. This is the first time he's run for office. As I said, he has an incredible resume, well-balanced, nonprofit, for-profit experience. And just to believe that he could be governor of Maryland in his first political run and to win with such grace, dignity, and significance tells you that he's someone special. I have worked with President Clinton. I've worked with Barack Obama. I've even worked with George Bush 1 and 2, and he's got all the elements of those 4 presidents wrapped in one. The key is he electable? Will his political fortunes remain the same as he looks towards 2028 and beyond? And is he electable? Does something change from his upward trend? And other than that, he ought to be right there in the running for the presidential nomination at some point in time in the future.
Wow, that's a lofty prediction. I mean, leaders do rise. Has he said anything? His plate is full right now with much more important priorities, but about his political aspirations, did that come up in his run for governor?
If it didn't come up publicly, it certainly was part of the political buzz because he is a leader's leader. I know Wes, don't know him well, know him politically, and what strikes you in meeting and talking to Wes is he is so positive about not just Maryland, but about his community, about the least, the lost, and the left out. One of my favorite lines that he uses during many of his speeches is, I don't want to create employees for young Black men and women. I want to create employers, if you will. He also says, we're not going to leave anybody behind. Because of his military background, it resonates and what have you. And so I'm very impressed with him. The Democratic Party needs rising stars like him, including the governor of California, the vice president of the United States right now. We've got a deep bench, and he's going to be right there if he wants to be there.
He has shown, as I said, a lot of compassion, and he has been very real. And a governor in these types of tragedies has to wear a lot of hats. What do we know about him personally, Scott, his background, his upbringing?
Well, he certainly grew up in Baltimore. He lost his father at a very young age. He's a former captain in our military branch. He's run one of the largest nonprofits, anti-poverty programs out of Baltimore. He's certainly written books. He is a visionary. I mean, he inherited a large budget of surplus that certainly is going to be a challenge in maintaining that surplus. But, listen, positive energy brings positivity around you. He hasn't had any real significant ethical lapses in his administration. And again, people want to be led. All right. So he stands for leadership as far as the definition of leadership. He's in control, but he's got humility whereby you don't have the Tom Brady effect. Everybody hates Tom Brady because they think he's lived this perfect life and has 5, 6, 7 Super Bowl rings. Well, Wes Moore has all of that, but he's likable. He's very likable by even his political enemies, the Republicans or whoever it may be. And so he's disarming with that charm as well. And so he's going to be a formidable candidate if he decides to run for president in the future. He may choose to be governor again for another 4 years and so forth and so on. You never know. But he's got a bright political future if he chooses that.
Well, he's catching fire, has a lot of people's attention, met the moment, a tragic moment in a very empathetic way, but in a powerful way, the leaders do. Scott, thanks for your time on this Friday.